So these particular figures, like Steve Bannon, for example, on War Room, gave platform to people like Naomi Wolf, Robert Malone. People like that were heavily promoted on their shows. And it's interesting to consider the networks at play here, and also how some of the people that have been rehabilitated by the same network weren't necessarily rehabilitated during COVID, but you have people like Eric Prince sort of being rehabilitated by the same Neocon Light Network. And Eric Prince is the founder of Blackwater, which ran CIA death squads throughout the Middle East during the War on Terror, and whose CIA handler was a man named Buzzy Krongard. He was one of the main suspects in 9/11 insider trading. And Eric Prince has somehow been rehabilitated by the same group, and you even have people like Tulsi Gabbard promoting the phone that he produced with Unit 8200 veterans, which is Israeli intelligence. Telling people to, buy this new smartphone because it's private and won't be hacked. Trust the CIA death squad leader that built it with Israeli intelligence, and, you'll be safe from the panopticon. It's all very strange. So, and I think too, the wellness company having that connection with Blackwater is pretty significant. And then this idea that Trump is somehow going to be a savior of all of the world's ills in a coordinated fashion, and we should ignore everything that's happened over the past several years and ignore the policy record of Trump when he was in office. I think that stuff is very revealing, because these people made a lot of their alternative media careers, or in the case of other people that were around before, were neocons. They sort of rehabilitated themselves by being against these policies, and now they're saying, well, those policies don't matter, just vote for Trump because he's our only hope. And in all of this, and sort of this idea of hope and change. And now one of the celebrity news influencers, like Robert F. Kennedy, is now going to be in government, and maybe Tulsi Gabbard will be in government, and all your favorite people you watch on Rumble might be in the Trump administration. Well, wouldn't that be cool? And it just I don't know, kind of reeks as scripted and as a very coordinated thing. And people that saw through the two-party paradigm during COVID are being asked to forget that it exists, and that somehow Donald Trump is different than he was when he was in office, and the fact that he didn't keep his campaign promises the first time. And what he actually supported and oversaw when he was in office, no one wants to talk about it. And if you do talk about it, you get called, oh, you don't like anyone in power, you hate hope, you're black-pilled. I've been accused of a lot of things, and now people that liked my work during COVID, like Naomi Wolf, are going around and saying that I worked for the Iranians when I worked for Mint Press News, which is not Iranian. It's actually run by a Palestinian American, and the only other person there that has dual nationality with Jordan. So no Iranians work at Mint Press News, but it's a neocon talking point that's been used by people in the Israel lobby to discredit Mint Press's reporting. So I guess now the fact that I'm not supporting either candidate, makes me a target when I was useful for these people before, because they could have me on their shows and use some of my reporting to give themselves credibility, perhaps.